You are listening to WMHW HD1 and HD2, Mount Pleasant, Mountain 91.5, a service of Central Michigan University's School of Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. Hello, folks, and welcome to a special edition of Card Guys, episode 15. I'm Anthony Schulte, joined today by Ryan Donnelly, Doug Mobley, and joining us once again, Michael Rosenkrantz. In 10 minutes, we talk about Cade's shocking but much-needed claim about the state of the Pistons. In 15 minutes, we go over our NFL Week 11 picks. And in 25 minutes, we make our NFL Week 12 picks. 35 minutes, we celebrate Turkey Day with some Thanksgiving NFL trivia. Ryan, Doug, Michael, how are we today?
You know, we're having a good day. The Lions won. Pistons suck.
Yep.
I just found out that my last class on Wednesday got canceled, so I don't have any classes on Wednesday. I get to spend the whole day just relaxing before I go home. It's a great day today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Doing great, Anthony. Excited to be here for the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Michael and I have to switch mics because the other mic isn't. Anyways, never mind. Sorry about that. Hope your Monday's...
It's working over there, Ryan.
It is.
No, we're good.
Okay.
You're
Perfect.
just dumb. It's okay.
I'm a little... Listen, I got back from Adrian College at about 1:30
No,
in
give
the
him a
morning.
break. He got back at 1:30.
Okay. Anyways, I hope your Monday's going well. Happy Thanksgiving. And also, Michael, happy birthday. Michael's 21 years old today.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. We got a really fun show. Let's get on with it. Let's talk some Lions.
Let's talk some Lions. As I have in my notes sheet for today's show, the top bullet is quite literally in all caps, Lions, because, oh goodness, what a game we had last night. We had no business winning that game against the Chicago Bears at Ford Field, but here we are, David Montgomery, Jared Goofball, and the Lions coming in, fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. We made it a 3-minute drill, and we won the game. What a point swing. A lot of fans turned off their TVs. SOL, same old Lions. It's something that we're so used to seeing. Going into a game we're supposed to win and getting our you-know-what's handed to us. But here we are. This is not the same old Lions. These are the brand-new Lions, and they made a claim yesterday because a great team, and I said this to our little Card Guys group chat we got going on, a great team finds ways to win any game no matter what. And that's what the Lions did yesterday afternoon. Now, was it a pretty win? No. Is there a lot to clean up for Thursday? Yes. But it is good to see that the Lions can make those adjustments. All credit to Dan Campbell and Jared Goff right there. Ben Johnson was cooking up some nasty plays, some nasty hitters. How was the entire left side of the field on that two-point conversion wide open? Beats me, but that's Ben Johnson for you. Gentlemen, just what a fun final 3 minutes, because the first every single minute before that was kind of miserable and painful.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I did not watch the game because I really wanted to just take my Sunday to relax.
Yeah.
And I knew that watching the Lions was just going to just raise my blood pressure.
Yup.
And I'm glad I didn't watch that game. I watched I watched the safety. That's about it. Because my roommate had it on and I walked into the living room.
So I was pretty much doing homework on Sunday as well. And I was flipping in between pretty much the game feed and NFL Red Zone as well. For most part, Red Zone barely even showed the Lions. They really only showed them, on the kickoff returns that was fumbled.
They made a business
the 3
decision.
interceptions they did. But the thing that I took away from the Lions' victory is, I don't know if you happen to see this, but as Ben Johnson was drawing up those plays, he wasn't scrambling at all. I mean, he was just calling the plays. He had a calm, relaxed demeanor.
All cool and collected.
And that's the kind of mojo that the Lions really needed in the 3-minute drill. Plenty of time to get the job done. And how about Hutch capping it off with the game-clinching safety?
Oh, yeah.
I was in Adrian College for CCHN. Shout out CCHN. I didn't watch a lot of the game. I watched the 3-minute drill. Actually, no. I saw the play where Khalif Raymond had the fumble, and that really ticked me off so much. And then Anthony Schulte has taught me a lesson in the past, which is never leave a game early. Never click off a game early. Never not watch a game. Watch it all the way through, especially if you're a true fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw when J-Mo got that touchdown, I was like, oh, there's a chance, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
A McFlurry McDouble.
McFlurry McDouble. Shout out Isaac Haffenden, fellow card guy.
He did try it yesterday.
He did try it yesterday, and he said it wasn't bad. But when me, Derek Steele, resident card guy, and then CJ, who's a member of the Detroit Union FC, we were all in the student center, and I was watching the Lions with a bunch of Adrian students, and that's when we got to the Bears end zone, and Monty had the easiest touchdown I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, oh my goodness, we actually won, and just
that didn't even seal it. I say the game sealing play was the Aiden Hutchinson strip sack fumble safety.
That was crazy.
That was, and I was talking to my roommate and my brother who were watching the game with me, and I said that Hutchinson, at the beginning of the game, Hutchinson needs to do better. The last couple weeks hasn't really been doing anything other than pressuring the quarterback. Again, when you get held almost every single play, can't do much about that. But nonetheless, still you want to see him, get a couple more sacks. I mean, you see Kayvon Thibodeau, he's top 5 in sacks this year with 10.5. Hutch is coming up there, but he needed to do one big thing. He needed to have a big play, a big sack, a statement play, because he's been off the last couple games. Let's be honest with ourselves here. And he came in yesterday and sealed the game, just exploding off the outside edge, getting to Justin Fields, strip sack. The way Justin Fields holds the ball, I'm surprised he doesn't fumble it more. Strip sack, kicked into the back of the end zone, game sealing, punt that boy into Ford Field.
And my key takeaway from this game is, 1, never leave a game early, and then 2, both teams got humbled, I feel like. The Bears were up by so much, and then the Lions, good teams always find a way to win, came back, and the Bears came down to earth. This was a very humbling loss, and this might be a coaching change. Like, Eberflus might be gone by the end of the year and be replaced by probably, like, Ben Johnson. Hopefully not. But.
Well, now the funny thing is, though, right when Justin Fields got a big run play, and he started playing the guitar, strumming the strings, if you will, and he was celebrating his team's up a couple scores, getting into the later parts, the latter edges of the fourth quarter. And he's standing there, he's strumming the strings, getting a little cocky, a little full of himself. And then they lost it from there. I think that's what marked the beginning of the Bears' downfall yesterday. They got way too cocky, way too overconfident in themselves. And you know what? If you're a 3-7 team that had 3 total wins last year, I'd get a little confident, too, being up 2 scores over one of the record-wise best teams in the NFL. But that's what will lose you a game, is being too overconfident and thinking, we can't be beat, we can't be touched. You forgot how good that Lions O was.
I think there's one more thing that I took away from this game, and that's, yes, Jameson Williams doesn't get a lot of targets, but Ben Johnson knows when to utilize him. He has not proven to be Calvin Johnson yet. He never will be. He is also not proven to be able to catch the ball at the same efficiency as, say, St. Brown. But that's not his job.
Right.
His job is to be that deep man in the same play that he beat the Buccaneers on.
Yeah. He didn't have to use a defender, though, to catch the ball this time.
No. Ben Johnson knows when to utilize him. I think we've said it here before that we don't like Jameson Williams. We think he's not as good as he's going to be.
I can testify I still don't like him.
I can say after that, I still am not super high on him, but he's turning around.
We kind of understand his role.
We know what his role is now, and now that we can see him being utilized, I think it's easier to understand why we picked him.
I mean, also, you listen to his post-game interview, and he did not once say the word I. He said, we in team. He was so genuinely happy that they won that game and that the team played well that, you know what? I may not think Jameson Williams is going to live up to being a number 12 overall pick, but I like the guy. He's funny. He's that young, spontaneous, if you will. I don't see many other dudes putting a McFlurry and a McDouble than catching one of the game-sealing touchdowns or a touchdown to get you back into the game. I don't see many wide receivers doing that, but he understands his role, and he wants the team to win.
Yeah.
He could easily be a George Pickens right now and be complaining, sulking, they're not throwing me the ball, I'm not involved. No, he knows his role. His role is you go deep. If you're open, Goff will sling that thing to you. But if the play is not there and we don't need a deep ball or we don't have that specific design play, you might get open, you'll get the ball, but don't be expecting the ball when you got Amon-Ra, Josh Reynolds, and Sam Laporta, and also the best running back room in the entire league.
Yeah, I think it was Amati that said after last week, there's always one guy that's down the field with me, and that's always Jameson Williams.
He's a good blocker.
Not only is he a good blocker, but he's just there for the team.
He is.
I think the whole gambling situation, I think that's behind him now. I think he's realized his importance in the locker room, especially being a first overall pick.
And you know what? Maybe a more valuable trait from that 12th overall pick is his unselfishness and willing to win for the team.
Yeah.
I think that could be a valued skill as well. Maybe not, getting 8 to 10 catches a game, 100 yards, and a touchdown. He's not a Justin Jefferson, but his ability to contribute to a team and be happy no matter, even if the contribution is just a single block that gets us a touchdown. He's happy because he contributed to winning.
And I've never been a fan of J-Mo. When we drafted him a couple years ago, I was very happy. But at the same time, just what I saw this year production-wise and just his character, I never really liked him. But like you guys mentioned yesterday, now we understand why we drafted him. And he's a great blocker. He can catch the ball sometimes. He's a deep ball threat. And I feel like if we want to be a deep ball heavy team, I feel like we should keep him because he's really good when we just throw the ball downfield. He's not really a good catch and just run like Saint or Monty. But if we just want to just cut it down their throat, I'd say just keep J-Mo. And he's growing on me a little bit, but I just still don't like him.
So we just got done talking about some Lions. The Lions got a good win last night. And then we transitioned over to the second game of the Detroit Sports Matinee. And that included the Detroit Pistons. And you know what? We stink. We are bad. And after the game, this is per James L. Edwards III of The Athletic, Pistons beat writer, a very, very close guy to me. I've known him for about, I'd say, a couple years now. Really good guy, good reporter. Subscribe to The Athletic. It's only $1 right now.
Only $1. Black Friday.
Black Friday deal. Mm-hmm. James is great at what he does. And he asked Cade Cunningham, who he's been trying to keep the group together with Isaiah Stewart, kind of like the two, I guess you have to be the two veterans at that point in the locker room. This is what Cade Cunningham said last night, and it's been getting some big media coverage. Quote, "We got to be realistic about the situation. It's hard to be like, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Because we're bad. We have to address that. We have to address what we're not good at. Address it with not only our words, but on the court." That right there is a leader. And he's lost the fan base. Let's just be honest. The fan base does not like Cade Cunningham anymore. They're saying he's the problem. He's a shot chucker. Every single number one option in the NBA is a shot chucker. They have to be. They're the number one option. The only reason why he's averaging 20 points on 18 shots is because he's not getting to the line. Joel Embiid would be averaging 20 he'd be averaging 20 points with 18 shots a game if he didn't get 12 free throw attempts a game. Cade gets 2. Last time I checked, he gets 2. That's that. Calling him a shot chucker and calling him the problem, he's not the problem. He is a number 2 option being used as a number 1 superstar when he is a number 2 star. He's being misused by Monty Williams. There's no spacing around him because Ivy, Killian, and Osser can't shoot to save their lives this season. Isaiah Stewart is not a proven shooter, yet he's improved. And Jalen Duren is not a shooter. He has no spacing around him. All of our spacing is injured. So, people blaming Cade Cunningham. I wouldn't blame Cade Cunningham if I were you. He said it was an unacceptable loss last night. we were out of the game by the second quarter, and that kind of turned into a mini rant. I didn't want it to, but I'm tired of the Pistons fans blaming Cade Cunningham when it's not his fault. Is this his role? Is this how he wants to play? No, it's not. But he has to, because we don't have a number one option yet. Once we get a number one option, you're going to see Cade Cunningham averaging 28 and 8 for his career, being a Jamal Murray, Jaylen Brown type all-star. But it's not his job. Right now, his job is to play 40 minutes a game and chuck shots without getting fouled.
It's not Cade's fault, and I'm backing him with this. I love Cade. He's been on a very poor slump, and I'll give him that.
He had a 2-game slump, and people are acting like he's been bad the entire year.
He's not. He has done the best to his ability, and he realizes that he has no help. And that's good. That's leadership. Defense has been the forefront of the Pistons this year, and I showed Anthony and Michael this in class earlier today. There was a play against Cleveland the other day where everybody was up on the key, and Evan Mobley walked to the basket and just dunked it.
Yep.
This team is very poor on defense.
Monty Williams, our number one thing we've worked on the offseason is defense, because we need to get better at that.
And just
haven't seen it.
Now I understand why he got fired from Phoenix.
There's a reason why you get fired from a job that technically you weren't even looked at as bad at.
No, he was not.
The Suns didn't even have a bad record. They had a good team. Williams was a good coach. And he got fired. Why? Oh, this is why. Because he had talent, and without talent, he can't do anything.
I mean, when you have a team with Booker, Ayton, and
Durant,
KD, yeah, I'd understand. It's the talent. And then when we got him, we were excited. We were ecstatic. Like, oh my gosh, we're saved. Defensively, we're going to be great. Why did he get fired? This is the reason why. He is a terrible coach.
This is a good point from James Edwards here. A lot of people, I mean, we just said we're a bad team, but we blew a 20-point lead against Portland, collapsed against the Bucks in the final moments, and the Hawks. That's without everybody healthy. This team, right now, they're 10 possessions away from being 5-9. Let that sink in. Right now, we are bad. We are bad. Healthy? If we are healthy and everybody's playing to the best of their ability, I don't think we're that bad. And that's why it's so hard to watch this team, cover this team, and judge this team, because we're not healthy, and we haven't been healthy all year. We could be 5-9 if we were healthy. If we were even without being healthy, we're 10 possessions away from being 5-9. Imagine if we were healthy.
And you mentioned this earlier, Anthony.
7-7.
The Pistons have a younger roster than Michigan State's roster.
That is a proven fact.
This
we have
team,
a younger starting lineup than Michigan State.
It's the fact that we just don't have. We have one good leader, and we're raw. We are so young.
Here, again, James L. Edwards, he's really supplying the show with some statistics here. Last thing, and then we'll move on to our picks, a very coveted segment here on Card Guys. He said Michigan State's opening night starters, 3 23-year-olds, a 22-year-old, and a 20-year-old. The Pistons starting lineup against Toronto. The oldest player is 24, Kevin Knox. Next oldest was 22, Stewart and Cade, and the other two are 21. That is a statistically younger lineup for the Pistons than the Spartans.
When he starts.
Yeah. Duran, I mean, he's 20. He just turned 20 the other day. Can't call him a teenager anymore.
There's one thing I have to say about this.
Yeah.
Because of you two, I started to get into basketball this year.
You're welcome.
I don't like you guys. I have given up on the Pistons season. It's chalked. This is now a learning season.
Again
for the 15th year in a row.
Help me.
I've given up on the Pistons. I think if Cade wants to leave, Cade can leave at this point.
No, I don't like that.
I was going to say,
he's going to get a Supermax this year.
Regardless, he's going to get that Supermax.
Yeah, but...
And he doesn't want to leave. He's just tired of the fans being given up on him, and he's tired of his coach not believing in him.
Yeah,
I was going to say, what is this, year 4 something of the quote-unquote rebuild?
The restoration.
Something like that, Ryan.
Detroit Weaver restoration. I'm thinking about burning my Restore shirt. Because what are we restoring here? Yeah, you flipped the 2019-20 roster to something with direction. Sure, good job, but you traded Sadiq Bey for James Wiseman.
The tough thing about the Pistons is, Anthony, first of all, again, I told you this in class this morning, amen to your post on your Instagram story that you
Anthony Anthony Schulte _ follow me, please.
talked about the
Shameless
Pistons
plug.
yesterday. Anyways, the biggest thing about this Pistons team and Cade, when you have the whole fan base going against you, it's a confidence killer. The
Yep.
toughest thing that you can do as a young player too, it's a confidence killer.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
I'm looking at the standings right now on ESPN. Something quite striking about the Pistons. For the worst team in the league, we only have a -6 point differential.
We're not even that. Like,
We have a
We're not even that
-6
bad.
point differential. That
We're not
means
even-
the defense is actually there.
Pistons
it's
fans.
just the offense isn't. When
Crazy.
When you have the Charlotte Hornets, who have LaMelo Ball, who's averaging a stupid amount of points per game right now, with a -9 points per game,
Yeah.
and the Spurs with -13,
and with the way they post about Wemby, you'd think they're undefeated.
and with the fact that those teams are better than us, they shouldn't be. And that goes back to your point about the possessions. They shouldn't be better than us when we have good defense.
You blow a game against one of the worst teams in the league in Portland. You blow a game against one of the best teams in the league in the Milwaukee Bucks. You blow a game against the Hawks. You blow a game against the Sixers. This team isn't. We are playing bad by the record. But if you're looking at the deep statistics, there's a statistic everybody keeps pointing out. Cade is one of the most negative players in the league when it comes to offensive and defensive rating. That's going to happen. Those bad things that cause a low rating in both of those regards, it's because he's playing a high volume of minutes with a bunch of nobodies. It's because he's playing with players that are not that good. And when you play a high volume of minutes as a playmaker and you score off of other people's scoring, you're not going to have that good of numbers in that regard. You're just not. And I love what you brought up there, because statistically, right now, we're not a bad team. Give us 10 possessions back, and all of a sudden we're 5-9, and we're in literally the middle of the hunt right now.
And also give us back our vets, and we'll be good.
Right.
Statistically, we
we
should be just as good as the Jazz or the Bulls right now.
And I agree. Roster-wise, we should be. If we are healthy and we closed out these games with a healthy roster, we could be 5-9 or 6-8. And you know what? That's what I thought we would be at this point, looking at our healthy roster.
6-8 would put us up there with Golden State.
Yep.
We shouldn't be on the same level as the Wizards.
And
we should be worse than the Wizards.
But then again, we don't have our full team. We haven't been healthy. And a lot of people are like, we can't use that as an excuse. Why not? When we have
Half
lost,
your starting lineups hurt.
when we could be 5-9 off 10 possessions, why not? Because that's literally it. We're missing our center. We're missing all of our shooting, and the new backup point guard we brought in. Yeah, that's going to contribute to losing. It is. We should be 5-9 or 6-8, but instead we are 2-12, one of the worst records in the NBA. But the statistics would put us at the middle of the pack. We have to move on due to time constraints. We're going to go to the picks. That was a very good discussion about a very bad team. We're going to move on to picks here. Here on Card Guys, one of the big things is our picks. We're going to go over NFL Week 11. Gentlemen, how'd you do this week? I was 9-4. I'm not doing too shabby this
I
week.
was 8-5. I'm now 59-40 in the just
63
overall.
and 36 for Anthony over here.
482,532.
I
with a
went
59%
7-6. So this week was not good.
Rough week for Doug.
Wait, what was it?
I went 7-6. I dropped from 75,000th to 115,000.
Oh boy,
and I dropped 3%.
not too much room for error in this
I am now
competition.
90.2%. I have eclipsed 1,000 total points on the season, though.
So our first game of the week was Ravens and Bengals. I picked the Ravens, and the Bengals lost their season.
Yeah,
that evening.
That was my
Joe
upset.
Burrow. What is
That was your upset, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, yikes! Just
I
Joe.
mean, it was there until he got hurt.
Having Joe Burrow, just losing Joe Burrow is horrible, and especially now that you bring in your backup against one of the top teams in the NFL, It sucks. And,
Doesn't help that I don't got a backup quarterback on fantasy right now.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just now they're out of the
Gotta
playoffs.
figure something out for Joe Burrow.
Didn't Joe Burrow tear that same ACL or is it a different ACL?
No, it's his wrist.
He
had a
like,
wrist?
completely destroyed his wrist.
Oh, never mind.
His wrist, basically his wrist got imploded.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done.
I honestly want to see the X-rays.
I don't.
I want to see how bad it is.
If it's bad enough if a wrist injury sidelines you for the rest of the year, I think
Probably
we know
looks
how
like it
bad
went
that
through
is.
a blender.
Yeah. Next game. This starts our Sunday games. There were no international games this week, so we all got to wake up, go to church, have a good time, and wait till 1 o'clock to watch some football. Steelers Browns was the first game slated, and the Browns. Wow, I picked the Steelers personally. The Browns pull out a 13-10 nail biter off what is that? Game-winning field goal.
Yes.
Game-winning field goal.
Game-winning field goal.
Yeah, I had a feeling the Browns were going to win, but I went with the Steelers.
Hmm.
So
I
I'm kinda kicking
picked the
myself in
Browns.
Shut up, Brian.
Are you happy? Was that your upset of the week?
That was not my upset. The Jets.
Are you happy with yourself?
I'm very happy with
I had the
myself.
best record out of all of y'all, so quiet. Lions, Bears, 31-26. We already went over the Lions. I think we all picked the Lions, right?
did.
All of our
Looked scary
you
for a
could have
little
been a losing record potentially if it wasn't for the last 3 minutes. Raiders, Dolphins. The Dolphins pulled out a 20-13 win. Tyreek Hill got injured in that game. So did Devon Achane. So injuries starting to mount up for the Dolphins, but they squeak away a win with a game-winning interception from Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Devon Achane.
You mean how Devon Achane got hurt again?
Yeah, so did Kenny Walker.
Oh yeah, K9 also got
Completely
injured.
destroyed my entire week in fantasy.
Hey, it's down to DeAndre Swift in my matchup with Derek. So DeAndre Swift needs to get less than 15 points and I win. One person on my entire lineup scored a touchdown. It was Mike Evans. Everybody else got less than 10 points.
Bro,
Wow.
Tank Dell and Kyler Murray got like 40 points combined this week, and my running backs got 4 and Stephon Diggs got 6.
Well, also
My
not
week just went.
Not to mention I started Jared Goff over Trevor Lawrence. So
I started Gabe Davis over Nico Collins, and Nico Collins had 13. Not bad.
So just
but
keep Nico Collins on your bench and he'll be be a Pro Bowler.
But I'd be winning. I'd probably win the week if I had Nico Collins in my line. Anyways.
Anyways, we're going to move on to one of the worst games.
In NFL history.
Tommy DeVito, one of my Italian brothers. New York Giants, Washington Commanders. The Commanders' defense got 9 sacks yesterday and still lost. Impressively bad. Apparently, the FedEx Field showers weren't working either. Just like how the rest of the stadium's basically falling apart. What a dumpster fire of a franchise. People are saying the Pistons are the worst franchise in sports. Nah, give it to the Commanders.
Yeah, I picked the Commanders. I really
As
thought they
did
were
I.
gonna win. Props to DeVito though.
Tommy DeVito,
he put up
the
a
brand new
decent
Ben
game.
DiNucci,
Yeah, he put up a
random
decent
Italian
game.
quarterback in the NFL. It's not Jimmy Garoppolo.
The Commanders were poorly managed for 20-plus years, and they got good ownership. They got to build a new stadium. They got to get a new quarterback. They got to get a new defense. What the heck is happening in Washington?
Crazy
FedEx Field is a
stuff.
dump.
Crazy
dump.
stuff in Washington. Titans and Jaguars, 34-14 win for the Jaguars. One of their best games this year. Derrick Henry, I'm not a fan of you. And Trevor Lawrence, why do you have to do good when I bench you? That was a rough one. I picked the Jaguars, however.
I also picked the
Good
Jags.
win for Jacksonville.
The Jaguars have been really, really impressing me, especially in their turnover game. They can, any team can get interceptions. They can create interceptions. They can create forced turnovers, and they can turn that defense into good offense. I love what Jacksonville's doing right now.
I think the better Josh Allen is on Jacksonville this year.
I think so.
I think the better
That's
Josh Allen's
truth.
on Jacksonville. I got to say that. Texans and Cardinals, the Houston Texans, despite I can't believe I'm saying this, a rough outing from C.J. Stroud. It was a rough outing from C.J. Stroud, and it was still one of the better outings of the weekend when it comes to quarterbacks. 21-16, I picked the Texans, of course. The Texans, D'Amico Ryans and Dan Campbell, they're in the running for Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
and I think they both deserve it.
I picked the Texans. Kyler Murray actually had a good game though,
He did.
and I'm happy with that. I'm happy that he's been able to come back from injury and actually play football well.
Surprising that COD came out recently, too.
I also
Big shocker.
I also picked the Texans. Again, Nico Collins. Why do you got to kind of go off whenever I bench you? I don't like you.
Tanked up.
I will say this. I don't remember what play it was, but somebody was lined up in the neutral zone, went off sides, call was not made. I don't know if you happen to see that on that play. I've been trying to look for pictures this morning to see if any fans have tweeted about it, but that was one play where I saw happen. Someone was clearly lined up in the neutral zone, just did not call it. Anyways.
I think D'Amico Ryans, if there's anybody that is going to win it over Dan Campbell, I would not be mad. I would not be mad at D'Amico Ryans because one heck of a season coming off last season for D'Amico Ryans and friends. Moving on, the Cowboys and the Panthers. Cowboys absolutely demolition. We don't even need to talk about. We all picked the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
We did.
That was an
yeah.
absolute demolition.
Shut up, Ryan.
Ryan, no.
Respectively.
Chargers and Packers. I picked Chargers. Sadly, the Packers continue to depress me in the month of November and December.
I also picked the Packers. This is kind of, well, it's not really that scary for Thursday. I'm not really.
Nah, I'm not worried.
scared
It's
at
the
all.
Chargers.
We prepped
Chargers.
this week. I bet we prepped for Thanksgiving against the Packers. I don't think we prepped for the Bears game at all. So I'm not really scared about
Thanksgiving
that
on
Packers team.
national TV. That's
But
what
when
I
you're on
wanted
the
to do.
same level as the Packers, then that's concerning. LA.
Yeah.
So the Packers take a dub there. Niners, Buccaneers. The Niners take a 27-14 win in sole possession of first place because the Seahawks lost to the Rams 17-16. Oh, my goodness. I picked the Seahawks and the Niners. Of course, the Niners win sole possession of the NFC
Good for them. They
West.
deserve it.
They do deserve it, indeed.
The Seahawks, I don't like you, and I'm happy you lost.
Yeah.
I don't like the
Now
Seahawks
Drew
either.
Lock is under center, and you got to play on Thursday.
Oh, no. Geno Smith tried to lead a game-winning drive, and Jason Myers.
What happened?
You missed a 50-yard field goal, buddy, and you made a couple earlier in the game. Moving on to just another dumpster fire of a game, Bills-Jets. I don't even want to talk about this one. Absolutely disgusting.
How did they
Bills.
score that much and Stephon Diggs didn't do anything?
I want to say one thing about
Cade get like 1,000 points.
Garrett Wilson, buddy. 8 targets. You caught 2 of them, but you fumbled 1 of them, buddy. Under a point for you, Garrett? Against a depleted
didn't do
Bills
anything
defense? Oh, come on, Garrett Wilson, buddy. Have fun in the Arena Football League because that's where you belong.
I freed Garrett Wilson till it's backwards. However, this was my upset of the
Lions
week.
make a call.
And I picked them as my upset. Not good. At
Rough.
all. Just
Speaking
not a
of-
good week of upsets though.
Speaking of upsets, the Anthony Schulte upset of the week, gentlemen. Broncos country, let's ride part 2. They've gotten me 2 upsets of the week so far this year. Denver. Heck yeah. Always pick Denver against an NFC North opponent. Scares me for later in the year. Broncos coming to Ford Field. Regardless, though, I'm going to celebrate this. Cortland Sutton also, I was playing him in fantasy, and he got the game-winning touchdown. Fun times. And T.J.
He used to be
Hawkinson.
on my team.
T.J. Hawkinson dropped 2 passes.
Sounds about right.
Thanks, T.J. Broncos win 21-20.
Oh, breaking news.
Yes?
End of the first quarter for CMU basketball. They are up on Saline 30-19.
Wow. Okay. Well, there it
Saline
is.
High School.
Say Sienna or
Sienna, I'm sorry.
Sienna or
Sienna.
I'd be
Saline?
like,
about
they're
to say
playing a high
Saline
school,
High
and they're only
School.
up by 11.
I mean, Saline High School is like insane at basketball, but
Yeah. Tonight, I've actually changed my pick. I've changed my pick to the Chiefs because I want the Eagles to lose, so we're tied for the best record in the NFC. And I want the Eagles to lose because I don't want DeAndre Swift to do good. So let's go Chiefs. Also makes our win look a lot better.
I'm still going with the Eagles.
Ryan?
Oh, go Eagles.
All right. So those are our picks for this weekend. But if you love the picks, you're getting a big heaping handful of picks today. We're going to Week 12, gentlemen. Week 12 of the NFL season kicks off Thursday with a little bit of classic Lions and Packers. The Lions, I'm picking the Lions.
Give me the Lions.
We have
baby.
not won a Thanksgiving Day game since 2016. Give me the Lions. We're going to break that streak this week.
I just clicked the wrong button.
Oh, no.
What'd you do?
I accidentally went to NCAA men's basketball instead of Don't ask.
Good one, buddy.
Commanders, Cowboys. The next Thanksgiving matchup, I'm going Cowboys.
Yeah,
It's
give
one
me
of the
the
easiest
Cowboys.
calls
That's,
of the entire.
Wait, Michael, who did you pick the Lions?
Yes.
Oh.
Give me the Lions over the
And
Packers.
then your pick?
And Cowboys, Commanders. Cowboys offense has been rolling. Washington
Defense
looks
is
clueless
stacked, dude.
out. Washington
Their
looks
defense is
clueless
insane.
out there. Give me the Cowboys.
I can't believe I got to watch both my teams play back
Shut up,
to back.
Ryan. I'm going to throw
Give-
a
Give me the
watermelon.
Cowboys. Cowboys. I'm a Lions fan through and through.
No, you're not.
I'm a Lions fan. I am a Lions fan.
You can't
But
say you're a Lions fan.
Lions
and
up
also
here,
be a Cowboys
like
fan.
right there.
No, it's not allowed. It's
This
illegal.
You're a
feud
Cubs
happening
fan.
Is amazing.
You're a Cubs fan. I don't.
And at least they don't have a rivalry between the two teams.
There's no rivalry between the Cowboys and the Lions.
Pass interference.
Okay. Whatever.
And just on a Cowboys plug, shout out Jimmy Johnson going into the Cowboys
Oh, yeah,
Ring
he
of Honor
did.
December
He did.
December 30th.
Jimmy Johnson is in the NASCAR driver, or is there a football player named Jimmy Johnson?
Oh boy, Doug. Doug. Doug.
Doug.
I genuinely don't know.
Doug.
The old guy on NFL and Fox. It's not Terry Bradshaw.
He coached
Oh.
this like the 3 Super Bowl teams in the '90s.
And I wasn't born then. I've only
Jerry
paid
Jones
attention-
did say on the
I wasn't
broadcast
born in the-
yesterday in 1923 he will get inducted.
Yes, he did say in 1923 he's going to be inducted.
Hey, I wasn't born in the 50s, but George Yardley was a dog.
He was.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, someone knows George Yardley. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
of course I know
I've
George Yardley.
only
I'm not
paid attention
surprised-
to the Lions for the first.
I'm not
17 years of my
surprised that
life,
you know who.
so-
Okay, anyways, back to the picks.
Back to the picks. Seahawks, Niners. The nightcap is going to be a good one. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, give me the Niners,
Give me the
baby.
Niners. They just lost. I mean, when Drew Lock under center for the rest of your life, like, ugh.
Yeah, Niners, Seahawks. I think it's a big statement by the Rams to win against the Seahawks, and the Niners are clearly the better team in this match. Give me the Niners.
Dolphins, Jets. I'm going Dolphins on the road.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah. The Jets are a dumpster fire.
Fins up. Give me the Dolphins.
Saints and Falcons. Ladies and gentlemen,
Is your
Okay.
upset?
my upset
I
of
like
the
it.
week.
I like this upset,
Give me the
honestly.
Atlanta Falcons at home. Atlanta Falcons at home. I'll take the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
4-6 on the season. You know, I don't know really what's telling me to pick the Falcons. It just seems like a confident pick. You got some talent on the offensive end. Maybe Bijan Robinson will be utilized for the first time in 4 weeks. Who knows? Give me the Falcons.
I'm still sticking with the Saints. I just think they have a better team, and they can.
Oh,
win.
100%. That's why
And
it's an
I
upset.
I think they can definitely win on the road. They've proven that.
Saints, Falcons. Falcons are at home. Saints, I think, are the better team. Anthony, have you seen him run? Have you seen Bijan run, though?
Yes, I have.
And how about my boy, Young Wei Koo, coming in clutch left and right, it seems like, with these games, also known as Big Shoe Koo, I like to call him.
Big Shoe Koo. What a name.
I love that.
Oh,
I'm going the Falcons. I'm
Yeah!
on the Falcon train here with my boy Anthony.
I have family that lives in Atlanta.
Is that why
Bijan,
you're a Falcons fan too?
not a Falcons fan,
The Falcons are down here.
but I unfortunately have to go with the Saints.
There it is.
J-Mo.
Steelers Bengals is the next game. 62% picked the Bengals. That's why I could tell half this lobby are bots. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Steelers.
Come on.
Cincinnati's done.
Fire Matt Canada. Steelers.
There it is. Titans, Panthers. Give me the Titans. Big day from Derrick Henry on the way.
Yeah, a battle of two dumpster fires. Give me the Titans.
Give me the Titans.
Titans. Buccaneers, Colts. Ooh, good game. Ooh, this is a good game.
All right, I'm picking the under. Give me the Bucks.
Okay. Would that be considered an upset?
I don't.
No,
think that,
that's
I,
not
that's
considered
not.
an upset.
I don't think that's an upset.
Okay.
Because both
But
of these teams are as equal as I think we'll see a matchup.
Yeah, give me the Bucks though. I think with Anthony Richardson, the Colts win it all day, but they don't have that. So
I got to go Bucks too. I mean, that great point right there, Doug. I mean, Gardner Minshew mania.
hasn't
don't
been
see
too
it.
hot the last two games.
I don't see it right now.
Minshew Mania was actually here at CMU on this past Wednesday for volleyball.
Really?
Yeah, he
I didn't
was.
even know about that.
He was there. Yeah,
Oh.
his sister plays for the Eastern volleyball team, and they played CMU. So and this was their bye, so he drove up. Shout out my friend, our friend Austin Shatik. He told me this on Wednesday. He was here at CMU to watch his sister play volleyball. So, in honor of Gardner Minshew, I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right.
Yeah, I think this game, I agree, Minshew Mania hasn't been hot. I think coming back home, Minshew's going to turn it around. Colts offense is going to do something. Let's go with the Colts.
All right, Patriots-Giants, a really
Another
bad
dumpster fire
game.
battle.
I'm going Giants, riding off that momentum against the
Yeah,
Commanders.
The momentum's going to carry them to a win against a really bad team. So give me the Giants.
Let's go Giants.
Big Blue.
Michael knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm going to take the G-men here.
G-Men,
The
Jaguars,
G-Men.
Texans. This might be game of the week.
I think this
Oh,
is going to be
wow.
game of the week.
I'm going Texans.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't really call this an upset, but give me the Texans.
Yeah, give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Wow.
I'll ride on the Texans train.
3 for 4 on the
Texans at home, too. I think the Jaguars might get a little overconfident in themselves. Especially against a good defense. Trevor Lawrence doesn't know what he's doing. And a defensive-minded head coach with a good defense.
This is actually a really, really solid matchup.
I think this might be one of the best games of the year. I think.
Could
Is that
be.
too-
It could end up being one, yeah.
I'm going to be the outlier of the group. Give me the Jags.
Nice.
fair.
Browns, Broncos. This is a very interesting one. The Broncos are riding 4 straight. They've beat some pretty good teams. I'd say the Vikings are better than the Browns.
But they have not played a Cleveland Browns defense yet. They haven't played a defense that's
Yeah.
close to the Browns. Give me
Yeah.
the Browns.
Also, give me the Browns. I would have picked Broncos, but that Browns defense.
Miles Garrett is a scary.
This is scary.
player.
Give me the Browns.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the Browns here.
I'm going to go with the Browns as well. I'll go consensus with that. Cardinals and Rams.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I knew it. I knew it was coming with this
the
one.
Ryan Donnelly upset of the week. Give me the Cardinals.
I'm
Yeah,
taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Cardinals. Give me Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray and Trey McBride have become
Insane. They have been a duo.
they have become the next Mahomes and Kelsey
They
so far.
They are so. Trey McBride has been the surprising tight end this year for Arizona, even under Josh Dobbs and Clayton Tune. He's been great, and now that he has Kyler Murray under center,
Yeah,
he's
been
so good.
averaging
Give me the
15
Cardinals.
points per
Trey.
game since
I'm not
week
moved
10.
by the Cardinals at all. I'm going to keep it realistic and take this win from y'all. Give me the Rams.
I'm a little moved.
Is Matthew Stafford even playing yet?
Yes, he played yesterday.
As moved as I want to be by this upset, I'm gonna ride with Anthony. Give me the Rams.
Yes. All right, Chiefs and the Raiders. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, give me the
Let's not
Chiefs.
spend too much time on this one.
Chiefs.
Bills, Eagles. Give me the Eagles.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Has to
Oh my
be
gosh.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Yeah, give me Philly here.
Ravens, Chargers, Ravens.
Ravens. This is
boy.
What a
Yeah,
swamp.
Ravens.
We
And
just
then,
go down a slippery slope.
And then a little divisional matchup. The Bears.
Why are they giving the
Wait.
Bears
And
another
Vikings.
primetime game?
Yeah, why do the Bears have... Wait, timeout. I'm sorry, Doug. Timeout. Why do the Bears have so many primetime games compared to the Lions? Why?
Is it okay? It's Bears at Minnesota. If it was Minnesota at Bears, I would have gone Bears. I'm not gonna lie, but since it's Vikings at home, I've got to go with the Vikings.
I would love to see Chicago win this, but I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I'm going to go the Vikings. Is Dobbs got
Tiebreaker,
hurt, right?
46 points.
I
Dobbs
said
is
40.
I'm going to
46.
go 35. My picks are locked.
The picks are locked, and those are our picks. Make sure to play along at home. ESPN Pigskin Pick'em. We'll come at you next Monday with the results from these picks. Now, it's time for the fun part of this special edition of Card Guys. We have our NFL trivia. It's time for Thanksgiving NFL trivia. To celebrate the holiday, I have curated some trivia questions for both Ryan and Doug here. Michael, you looked at the answers, so sadly, You could play commentator with me on this one.
Yes.
Because this is between Ryan and Doug, since they're still oblivious to what I have on my note
I'm
sheet.
just oblivious in general, Anthony.
I am also.
I think you
just-
both are.
Everybody's oblivious.
Out of 7 questions, whoever gets the most questions right or closest enough to the correct answer, if it's a numbered answer, they win a prize.
What's that
What
prize?
is that prize, you ask? A free meal at a dining hall. Low budget, folks.
No way.
We have a low budget here at Card Guys.
You're wasting one of your meal swipes on us?
Yes.
Oh, I'm honored. Oh, if I win.
Let's get right into it. Question 1 out of 7. Who has the most Thanksgiving Day wins?
Ooh. Like between the Cowboys and the Lions?
Well, I'll give you a B, C, or D.
Okay.
We'll go Cowboys. We'll go Packers. We'll go Patriots. We'll go Lions.
It's either the Cowboys or the Lions.
Because I'm thinking Lions because they're the original Thanksgiving team.
I think it's the Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
You're going to go with the Lions?
Lions.
You're
Lock
both
it
going to
in.
go with the Lions. Lock it in.
Lock
You
it
are
in.
both correct.
Let's go.
You are
Kinda
both
figured.
correct.
It's-
The
yeah.
Detroit Lions. And now here's a question, too, piggybacking off of that. And this may be a tiebreaker type question. How many wins do the Lions have?
Oh, gosh.
And you
Not
got
many.
to. I'm not going to give you a multiple choice. Whoever gets closest to the answer wins. This
Can you
point.
answer me a question?
Depends. What's the question?
How many games have the Lions played on Thanksgiving?
That's a great
They
question.
have, I know this, their first Thanksgiving Day was 1935.
Outside source. I don't trust him.
Outside, since
Long question.
1935. So,
Uh,
7.
That doesn't get me an answer.
Are we talking
80.
NFL games or just like total games on Thanksgiving?
82.
82?
Actually, that was about 83.
83.
83? I'll say... $67.
67.
You know what? I'm going to Price is Right this. Give me 1.
Oh, boy. Y'all suck. Now I got to. Now I got to go to the
Ryan just
calculator.
going with just 1.
Because
Okay.
he could go over.
Yeah,
That
what
is
was your
true.
answer?
67? Yeah, but he didn't say Price is Right, go over and you lose. He just
Wow.
said whoever's closest to the right.
Well,
Whoever's
still.
closest to the right answer.
Oh, now I'm stupid.
What is the right answer?
The right answer is 37 wins.
So it was me?
No, it was
It
me.
was
I was
Doug.
only 30 off, not
He was
36.
30 off. You were 36 off. The Price is Right did not work for Ryan there. He's doing his own math. he's disputing the question and the answer.
I'm on my calculator right now because that
Well,
makes no
1
sense.
to 37 is 36, and 37 to 67 is 30.
I was never good at math, guys.
All right, Doug, you're up 2-1. All right, Michael, can you keep score?
Yes, I can.
All right, so Doug is up 2-1 right now over Ryan. Thanksgiving Day trivia. All right, who has the most losses? I'll give you an A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
We're gonna go Bills, Commanders, Lions, Cowboys. A, B, C, or D.
I'm going to say it's also the Lions because, what, they've won 37?
Final answer.
So,
Again, Bills, Commanders, Cowboys, Lions.
Losses on Thanksgiving. We played the most games and we don't have a winning record on Thanksgiving. Give me the Lions.
You are both correct. It is the Lions.
47 losses?
They have, well, I think it's 45 losses and 2 ties. They have 2 ties on
Yeah, I
Thanksgiving.
was about to say the Lions make the most sense.
All right, this is going to be a closer to question because if you guys know this, I'm worried.
Okay.
How many pounds of turkey is served at Ford Field for players and staff every Thanksgiving?
Players and staff. When you said and staff, that
Oh,
threw me
well.
off.
It's for everybody that's at Ford Field that's not a fan.
Dominic Sue probably ate 30 pounds.
How many pounds of turkey is served at Ford Field every Thanksgiving?
I'm just 1,100.
What's your guess?
That's a good guess. For everybody. This includes fans, right?
No.
Not according to the ESPN article.
Okay.
No, because
I'm gonna go with 1,500.
Y'all are both 1,300.
Oh my, no way.
So can we tie for that one?
Yeah, we'll give you both a point there.
Okay.
We'll give them both a point. Michael, can we get a score update over there?
So right now, after the previous question and this one, Doug leads it 4-3.
4-3. All right. So Doug is in the lead right now. Wow, I did not. I thought Ryan was going to guess 1,300. I was about to go crazy.
I thought Ryan was
They
gonna
were
go like
unbelievably
700.
close, Anthony.
So close, and they didn't have any idea of where this answer could have been.
I was trying
Impressive
not to
stuff.
smile because I saw your answers
Yeah.
in class this morning.
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to smile or give
That was
anything
impressive
away.
stuff, gentlemen. Impressive stuff.
Very impressive.
What team, this is question 5, what team has never played a game on Thanksgiving? What team has never played a game? Keep in mind when a team could have been introduced into the league. Keep in mind relevancy of team. Keep those things in mind.
There are two.
I'll give you an ABC.
There are two teams.
I'll give you an
yeah.
ABC.
Okay. Yeah.
Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, so
Jags.
the Lions.
Is that your final answer?
The Lions
Final
played the
answer, Jags.
Texans in 2020. The Seahawks are an older team. I'm going to go with the Jags.
You guys are both correct.
That's
It is the
easy.
Jacksonville
That's so-
Jaguars.
I was going to say it was either Jags or Panthers.
I probably should use Panthers instead of Texans because I forgot we played the Texans on Thanksgiving, but that's what happens when you don't prepare A, B, C, or D's. You just prepare the actual answer. All right. Score update, 5-4, am I correct?
You are correct. Doug leads it
5-4.
5-4.
Doug Mobley is in the lead over Ryan Donnelly. As we go into the final 2 questions, we have a true or false for question 6. Ezekiel Ansah has the most career sacks on Thanksgiving. True or false?
This dude did not just bring up Ziggy Ansah again.
Ziggy Ansah.
Wow.
I'm going to go true.
You're going to go with true?
Oh, goodness. That's.
And if you both guess the same answer, we'll go to a tiebreaker.
I'm going to go with false.
Correct answer is true.
What?
With 8.5 career sacks on Thanksgiving,
many-
Ezekiel Ansah has the most career sacks in NFL history on Thanksgiving
Does
Day.
that mean I just won?
Can we just do the last question?
You just won.
Can we just do the last question
Yeah, let's
for
do the
fun?
last question.
We are
for
going to do the
funsies.
last. We're going to do the last question for funsies. All right, question 7: higher or lower? Matthew Stafford career yards on Thanksgiving, 2,800.
Higher.
You're going to say higher?
I'm also going to say higher.
You're both going to say higher. Okay, it is higher. Give me an exact number. And this is an exact number, ironically. It's very exact. Don't overthink it. Like, there's no extra. It is
3,827.
That's okay.
I'm going to go 3,967.
Doug, you win the point. It's exactly 3,000 yards
Oh.
was
I thought it
the
would be
number.
more than that. I'm not going to lie.
3,000 career yards on Thanksgiving Day. So that means, Doug, you are the inaugural Thanksgiving NFL Card Guys champion.
I was going to expect an Aretha Franklin question.
Speech, 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 speech.
Hold it.
He just put up an L to his forehead. He just got emoted on Card Guys live.
Sorry.
Oh, boy.
But,
All right. Okay. I think that's a great way to close this one off. It was a fun episode here on Card Guys. That's all we have for today's show. Thanks for tuning in to this special edition, episode 15 of Card Guys on 91.5 The Mountain, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Join us in 1 week from today as we discuss what happened during our absence from the airwaves over the next week. For my good buddies Ryan Donnelly, Michael Rosenkrantz, and Doug Mobley, I'm Anthony Schulte saying Happy Thanksgiving. So long, everybody.
Before we hop off, what are y'all thankful for? Make this 10 seconds.
God, family, and friends.
Amen to that. Same thing.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for my support system back at Fraser and here. And also, I love you, Mom and Dad. I'll see you at like 5 o'clock today.
Gobble,
Amazing.
gobble.
Take it easy, folks.